Hello my lovely Trails fans, welcome back to our next episode of Trails from Zero. Alrighty. So we have a couple of places to go. Estelle and Joshua Bright, eh? They seem to have quite the history, those two. Remember, if you don't work quickly, the guild is bound to get involved. And if that doesn't sound appealing, you'll just have to work harder. Is he trying to encourage us? I can't quite tell. So I'm going to basically beeline my way to turn in that previous quest that we had from the previous day before we start talking to anybody else. So that is going to be in the West Street District. And how's your hunt for the ingredients going, Lloyd? Did someone order fish fillets and monster eggs? Thanks, you guys really saved my hide. I knew I could count on you, Lloyd. You've always had my back when I've been in trouble, ever since we were kids. You're telling me Lloyd's always been like this? Figures. I assumed he was, judging by his overly soft-hearted nature. Let's cut him some slack. We are talking about Lloyd Bannings here. I don't know what I did to deserve these backhanded compliments. Come on, loosen up. They're saying you're a good guy, that's all. Oh hey, you should try out some of the bread I baked today. Consider it on the house today. Appreciate it, Oscar. We'll make sure to pick out a loaf later. We're going to head out now. Good luck with your apprenticeship. Don't need it. It'll be a piece of cake. You guys really saved my skin today. Go ahead and grab any loaf that catches your eye. It's my treat, of course. Thanks, Oscar. I think we'll just have to take you up on that. Orange bagel. It does look like it changes, but it doesn't look like we're getting it for free. Oscar's one of the most gorgeous guys I've ever seen. He's like a whole meal. And he's got so much more than just his looks too. He's like a ray of pure sunshine and never seems to let anything faze him. It almost feels like a waste for him to be stuck inside this bakery when the sky's the limit for him. Oh, but don't get me wrong, he's still super duper charming as a baker all the same. Oscar's as popular as ever with the ladies. I wonder if he's popular with this girl too. I finished baking today's bread. Would you like to try it? Hey, I heard all about how you guys gathered up some much needed ingredients for us. Excellent. Thanks for really lending us a hand. Now we can focus all our attention on baking. No problem. Don't hesitate to contact us if you need any more help. We won't even break a sweat. That sounds promising. You all seem like a dependable bunch. Alright, I may just have to take you up on that in the future. Alrighty. That is now completed. Let's go ahead and turn that in. And hopefully when we get over to the West Street again, they might have some new dialogue for us. So let's report in. Hunting for ingredients, we've got the bonus detective points for giving it to the girl first. Search for the kitten's owner, they didn't have any extra. Oh, we got promoted. A spirit badge. Nice. We got a promotion. Let's see what that does. Spirit badge prevents feint and increases defense. Let's go ahead and give that to you. Perfect. So we got our quests yesterday, so let's just go ahead and start chatting to people. You know Speaker Hartman? He's the leader of the Imperial faction and one of the most influential politicians in all of Crossbellum politics. Anyway, rumour has it that he's going to run for mayor in the next election cycle. And because of that, he's been trying to make connections in every circle you can think of. Some democracy, huh? So I do remember as well, we got some more U materials, so we can do some more upgrades. One of my subscribers did mention that we probably shouldn't update the Crescent Axe, with that we shouldn't upgrade that because that's going to reduce his accuracy. And I think that's a pretty good idea to not do that because we don't have any like accessories or anything to negate the reduction. We do have impede. Do you have anyone who can actually use it right now? Not right now. So I'm thinking probably Lloyd. I think the subscriber also said we should probably give it to Lloyd. That's probably going to be a good idea. Make him a little more tanky. Wow, it's so pretty outside. Make sure to watch out for cars, okay? To become a registered Audible driver, you have to complete the proper applications over at City Hall. Even so, there are far too many bad drivers on the road. Minor car accidents are becoming more and more common now, sadly. In my opinion, the criteria to be given a license should be much more strict for public safety. Drivers, please slow down. Your cooperation is necessary for the safety of everyone in Crossbell City. Hey everyone, starting today's work, be sure to watch out for Audible cars. Thanks for the heads up, Kate. Arkansas is easily Crossbell's pride and joy. They've become so famous, foreign celebrities travel to Crossbell incognito just to catch a show. So Teal's always claiming that he's busy, but that doesn't stop him from sauntering out of the kitchen. He constantly insists on bringing out dishes to our female patrons. Honestly, what am I to do with that boy? Mainz is quite the interesting town. It's a mining village surrounded by a plethora of mountains to the north. They've implemented a moderate degree of Audible tech there, so it's not quite as provincial as Amorica. Nevertheless, it's far off the beaten path, so I'd hardly recommend it as a worthwhile destination for sightseeing. Our second floor seating is available by reservation. If you book a table, you can even make custom orders in advance. We have quite a few regulars who bring their families along for meals. We came to sightsee, but all we've done is eat at this restaurant. Well, what the heck, for now, eat up for the competition. No need to tell me twice, coach. Yeah, every time we've come in here, all they've been doing is eating. Ever since we were both apprentices, Hoystorf's always dreamt of opening a casual restaurant for plain ordinary folk to feel welcome in. I remember him talking about how he wanted it to be this lively, bustling hotspot where people savoured the atmosphere just as much as the food. The madman could have reeled in any clientele in the world with his culinary genius, but no. And I'm the fool who went along with him. This random girl is always drinking coffee in the back. After taking a closer look, I noticed that she was actually pretty cute, so I took her a quick break and tried talking to her. She didn't say a word to me. Man, talk about depressing. All these boys searching for the love of their life. Great going, me. Who expected something like this to happen during our honeymoon? Well, I'll just have to redeem myself somehow. I got turned around in the entertainment district last night, when all of a sudden this dreamy young man appeared and showed me the way. His smile is burnt into my mind and won't go away. Okay, already thinking about being unfaithful on your honeymoon. That is a terrible sign. You married a terrible person. Oh my, what a superb design. I suppose I shouldn't have expected anything less from you, Kendall. You flatter me, sir. So, what exactly was that other job you wanted to ask me about? Ah, right, of course. There is a project in the works involving the construction of a new hotel in the Imperial capital. Sounds like a very important business meeting. Arios is out of town right now and I am, like, totally bummed out. How exactly am I supposed to feast my eyes on the absolute meal of a man if he's not here? He's got a child! He's got a child! I know Arios is a super popular bracer, but it stinks that he's, like, always gone for jobs. Our police force is as useful as an orbment without quartz. I really wish he would stay in the city. I don't know, he has a child, but he doesn't have a wife anymore, I suppose. And thank you for shopping at Time's department store today. Please take care not to forget any belongings in the store. Oh Scott, I wonder what you're doing right now. But pardon me, I should have been paying more attention to the counter. Ooh, who's Scott? Welcome to Legion's Foods. We've got some fresh, juicy Acabic tomatoes straight from LaBelle. Would you like one? They're good for your health. and taste very, very bitter. Welcome. Please enjoy yourselves. Oh cool, some new books came in. Let's see what we've got here. I hear they've been setting up something called the Orbital Network for all those large companies. I've already been asked a few times if we have any manuals. The Orbital Network's technology is still in its infancy. I do not think you'll be able to find anything other than research papers. I assume that would be the case. It's a shame I couldn't help out that poor customer, but I can't stock a book that doesn't even exist yet. True, true, true. Okay, so we've already got that issue of the Crossbill Times. No new books or anything. Oh, what am I doing? The person who comes to ask me about it most often is a well-dressed businessman. I believe he works at City Hall. He keeps telling me things like, it looks useful, but I don't get it at all. I can understand his struggle. Tio is the only person in the SSS that has any sort of proficiency with it. I know I sure as hell don't. Anyway, battle scopes. Let's buy a couple more of these. Gotta make sure I don't run out of them. I want to see an Arkansas show. To no one's surprise, Mum forgot about the upcoming performance. She was too busy shopping. Tickets for Arkansas's new highly anticipated production are going on sale soon. I'd love to get my hands on one, but they're really expensive. Also, I'm pretty sure they sold out instantly the last time they went on sale. I have no doubt people will be fighting over them this year too. Welcome to Luca Boutique. Business is booming as per usual. Please look around as long as you like. Mainz produces some of the most beautiful septium. The rare quartz in particular fetches a high price. Where'd that ring go? Did somebody buy it? Damn, and here I was thinking it'd be a perfect gift for my wife. I've been waiting in utter anticipation for Arkansas's newest production. I might be able to get some tickets if I line up overnight. Oh yeah, we already spoke to her. Cynthia and Pearl always look like they're in sync. It almost feels like they can read each other's minds. I wonder if veterans operate on a different wavelength or something. Crossbill State celebrates its birthday with a boisterous event known as the Anniversary Festival. Businesses all across the city face their busiest periods during that time. That's not Scott, is it? No, that's Hanson. I just remembered as well, we need to keep an eye out for things that protect us against blindness. So I didn't see anything in that shop, only protection against poison. Does the armory have any blindness protection? Okay, luminous glasses. We'll only need 4. This is probably going to be a good investment. Costly but needed. Dang it. Have to wait for her to come to me. Alright, time to crank up the enthusiasm and give out some friggin' balloons today. Central Square is usually ripe with tourists during the morning. They say that Amorica veggies work wonders for your health. I've heard it makes your skin as smooth as silk too. Maybe I should try some. I'm pretty sure most veggies around here must come from Amorica. Are you saying you don't eat vegetables? Or are they like organic so they're super expensive? Damn it, Wendy, how dare she go and embarrass me in front of customers like that yesterday? She better not be getting full of herself just because she knows a few things about orbments. She knows more than you. You'd be surprised at how many tourists like to stop by Genten. I can definitely relate. I guess since it stands out, you just can't help but stop by. Whoa, here's that new type of pen light created by the Verne Company. Oh, you see, I worked in a factory affiliated with the Verne Company. My colleagues were researching this, actually. It looks like they finally made the finishing touches on it. I'm kinda proud of them. The manager was being so mean to Wendy this morning, even though she completely saved his hide yesterday. Honestly, I don't appreciate the manager's ugly attitude one bit. Or was that to do with like the vacuum where he didn't know the difference between like the white and the red one? And it's probably just the colour. Wow, the Crossbell Guardian Force placed an order for another armoured car. Phew, their equipment is as top of the line as it can get. Maybe I can ask to be one of their engineers. Well, they are the ones responsible for protecting the whole state. Makes sense they'd have some of the best gear. I don't know if I can really recommend the ZGF as a great place to work though. But I can think of another organisation that could make use of a pretty face like yours. Oh wow, thanks a bunch, Randy. I knew it. Something like an R&D factory is much more suited for me, isn't it? That's not what I... It would seem you are now 0 for 2 after your flop at St. Ursula, Randy. Let's see, how much Sepith do we have? That's good. Let's open up another for Randy. He's now got 3 open. $40. Okay, everyone's now at the 40 mark for opening them. Okay, I know this is... I don't know if this is going to help or hinder me, but at the very least, I'm getting these all open. So it's going to be a lot easier to make some builds going forward. Okay, HP is something I'm going to need. Shield is going to be useful. You know what, I do need defense. Go ahead and grab one of those. Chance to blind enemy. Really tempting. Just go ahead and get a move though. Action's always good. Just don't want to grab too much and then not have enough to open up people's slots. Let's grab another EP cut. Let's grab 2 of these. Oh, he already had one. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just do some changes and then I'll cut back. Alrighty, and I'm back. So I don't know if this is the most efficient setup, but this is how I have everyone set up. Just to give you a quick overview, it looks like I still have quite a few slots to open up on these, but I'm aiming for Ellie to kind of be mostly a healer, and I think Tio is going to be like a range damage. He's obviously physical damage, so that's why he gets attacked too. Lloyd, I think, is going to be probably a bit more tanky. So these are the arts that they get access to with the upgrades I've given them. Which is nice. She has looks like that's it's a small area, but it's kind of like an area of effect heal, which is nice that we have one of those now. She has access now to earth and water attacks, which is nice. Randy's got some fire attacks in case we need them. Chrono Down is kind of useful. But otherwise he's just mainly going to be smacking people in the face. Nothing else up there. Yes, we head to the train station, and I believe there is also a quest over this way. Why don't people understand the irresistible charm of railways? You can't discuss Crossbell's history and its emphasis on trade without mentioning trains. When I tried to venture out onto the highway, a local stopped me, said it was way too dangerous for me. Well, I guess I'll just rely on the bus for sightseeing now. Best way to do it. I can relate with the urge to step out on the open highway and explore aimlessly. All these skyscrapers can make a country boy like me claustrophobic. Cargo from other countries arrives late most of the time. If I don't deliver them quickly, my old man starts to lay into me. Man, I'm so tired. Can't go out there to speak to anybody or to train. It's nice we actually get here to chat to people now. Normally we don't get to. This station never fails to amaze me. Has it really already been a month since I stepped off that train? Wow. Time really flies, doesn't it? Now, I believe the station's inspection officer was the one who submitted this request, right? Yeah, let's go ask him about it. Thank you very much for your continued patronage. The station gets crowded after the trains arrive, so please watch your step. Oh, excuse me. I was distracted by the Crossbell Times article I was reading. Are you here about Quattro's request? He's waiting for you in front of his office. It's upstairs and to the left. Loads of people from the Empire and Republic pour into Crossbell from the station each day to visit, and their mark definitely shows. Just look at our stores and architecture. With all that's gone into shaping Crossbell City, you can say it's the cultural melting pot of Zumeria. You know, I wonder what the city was like when it was founded. I lost my ticket while on the train coming from the Republic. I really hope the station attendants will have mercy on my scatterbrain. I'm more of an airship girl myself. Unfortunately, you won't find nearly as many flights to get to where you want to go as you will train rides, so we airship girls make do. I'd love if the airliner between Erebony and Crossbell flew more frequently. There's a certain elegance in leaving Erebony by train. On the other hand, my airship ride to Remetheria was quite the thrill as well. I suppose they both have their own unique charms, don't they? I heard that hot springs work miracles for the hips, so I've decided to venture over to Calvert to see for myself. I know these old hips of mine are looking forward to relaxing in the warm, soothing water. There's a hot spring I can recommend in La Belle too. It's a timetable for the Crossbell State area. It's a route map for the Crossbell State area. Thank you very much for your continued patronage, everyone. In addition to selling tickets, I'm also happy to walk you through how to use them if you're having trouble. Feel free to talk to me if you have any questions. We provide food and beverage services on our trains for your convenience. There's no better way to spend a long train ride than feasting on our incredible refreshments. Looks like we're behind schedule. Excuse me, but are you the inspection officer? We're here regarding your support request. So you're the special support section then. About time. My name's Quattro. I'm here on assignment from the Imperial Army to work as the station's inspection officer. If you don't mind, I'd like to cut to the chase. Will you accept my request? You can count on us, Quattro. And could you talk us through the specifics? Very well. But then again, is something wrong? Not necessarily, I just wasn't expecting to have to rely on such young people for assistance. Though I suppose it's better than if no one had showed up at all. The hell? We offer up our help in his hour of need and this stuck-up old geezer decides to talk down to us? You say something, Red? I would advise you not to pay him any mind. Just to clarify, you submitted a request asking for assistance in an inspection? That's correct. A train bound for Erebony will be arriving any second now. I want your help in inspecting the interior of said train. And by inspection you mean... We'll be looking for any passengers or luggage considered too dangerous for Erebonian territory, correct? Precisely. I don't normally have to do this on my own, but I woke up to a torrent of sick leaves this morning. That's why I had to issue a request for outside help. That makes sense. Conducting an inspection like this alone would take way too long. Glad you understand. That makes things easier. The Erebonia-bound passenger train will soon be arriving at Platform 2. We ask that all passengers wishing to board the train make their way to the platform. Oh, it's got a little stallion on the front, like the flag or crest of Erebonia. There it is now. Once we're on the platform, I'll delve into the specifics of the job. Now follow me. This wasn't exactly what I had in mind when we got this request. I can't stand this dude's high and mighty attitude, but he's in a bind. Let's give him a hand. It's settled then. Shall we head down to platform 2? Just thought I'd talk to her in case she apologises for his crassness. Well, not such crassness as condescending attitude. Freight transports with supplies for the ZGF depart from here. We just finished sending off a train for Bellegarde Gate. Because those folks in the ZGF can't just provide security and call it a day, our lives aren't the easiest. A good friend of mine is coming in on the next train. It's been, what, 10 years? I'm getting nostalgic. They typically don't inspect any passengers inbound to Crossbell. They're more concerned with anyone headed out to Arabonia or Calvard. As a consequence, smugglers and illegal immigrants are especially fond of travelling into Crossbell by train. A friend of mine is going to Arabonia, so I came to see him off. Aren't they leaving yet? It's been a while. Allow me to briefly explain the specifics of the task at hand. Please do, we're all ears. I will be assigning each of you a car to inspect. You will speak to every passenger, inspect the luggage, and verify the validity of their entry application. If by chance you come across any passengers without an entry application or who are in possession of dangerous goods, they are to be detained immediately. Okay, got it. I'm fine with the whole inspection thing, but what do we do if anyone's not in their seats during the check? I kinda get the feeling like a bunch of amateurs like us might not be able to cover everybody. Not to worry, we've got that covered. Passengers are not permitted to move about the cars for the duration of the inspection. It's a rule that was put in place because we'd occasionally get crafty sorts trying to dodge the inspection by shuffling around. You are certainly strict. Alright, I think I've got the idea now. Although, I'm a little bothered that each person has to inspect their own car. Randy and I will definitely be fine on our own, but what about Ellie and Tio? Really? This is the moment you decide to start worrying about us? Might I remind you that I'm a police officer as well? My hand-to-hand skills are more than satisfactory. Likewise. Even if a suspect were to resort to violence, I find it difficult to imagine they would be able to overpower the both of us. Man, come on Lloyd, you should know by now that these gals aren't just some dainty damsels. You gotta get that through your thick skull already. Fair point. Sorry. With that said, are you all ready to commence the inspection? Yes, understood. Good, you are ready. Very well, without further ado, let's begin the inspection. I'll inspect the first car, so please divide the remaining cars among yourselves. In that case, I'll take the second car. Ellie, Tio and Randy take the following 3 cars in that exact order. Roger. Understood. See you later then. Let me remind you that this task will require your full attention. Alright, I've got a train to inspect. Sure are a lot of travellers here. Can't say I'm surprised. I need to make sure to be polite while questioning each person. Okay, so we've got a guy by himself, a girl, family of 3, guy, and maybe a couple. Oh, an inspector, you say? How am I supposed to buy that? Proof. I demand to see proof. I don't... What do I do? Wait, this should work. Take a look at this. Lloyd showed the passenger his detective notebook. I'm from the Crossbell Police Department, Special Support Section. We're assisting with inspections today. Police? Yes, that checks out. Though doing this kind of misleading, well, whatever. Just get it over with. Thanks. All your luggage and carry-ons look good and follow our regulations. Thank you for your cooperation. Huh, skip the pleasantries, just hurry this inspection up. I'm kind of in a rush. Yeah, not too much longer. Pardon me, I'm an assistant inspector. I apologize for the inconvenience, but would you mind me checking your luggage and entry papers? Inspector? Not every day you see one in such a casual get-up. Anyway, what's the issue? You find it strange that a woman is travelling alone? Is that it? What? No, that's not. For your information, I wanted nothing more than to go with my boyfriend. But since he dumped me out of the blue, I had no choice but to come alone. But that won't stop me. I'm going to find myself a rich, noble boyfriend somewhere in the Empire. I didn't mean to trigger this story. Well, nothing I can do about it. I'll just listen to her while I finish up the inspection. You get it, don't you? Wasn't that, like, so rude of him? Yeah, a real jerk. By the way, your luggage and papers are all good and follow our regulations. Thank you for your cooperation. You okay? No, it's fine. It's just, it was refreshing spilling my heart out to you. I can't remember the last time someone listened to my problems. Say, if you want to, why don't we run away to Erebonia to get... Sorry, I have a job to do. It was nice meeting you. Excuse me, I'm an assistant inspector. I apologize for the inconvenience, but would you mind me checking your luggage and entry papers? An inspector, are you? Huh? Very well. Hey, why haven't we left yet? Waiting is boring. Sweet Adios, will this child ever learn patience? Pardon my son. It's no big deal. Sorry, it'll be a little while longer. Can you be a good kid for just a bit longer while we finish up our job? I guess... With that settled, I should try to wrap this up quickly. Alright, your luggage and papers look good to go. Thank you for your cooperation. Good to hear. Mister, can you pinky promise me you'll hurry and let the train leave? Hey, you can't just... what am I gonna do with you? Pardon me, I'm an assistant inspector. I apologize for the inconvenience, but would you mind me checking your luggage and entry papers? Ah, yes, of course. In just one moment. Are you okay? Oh, it's nothing. It's just the deep green foliage of the Nox Forest is incredibly charming. Knowing that, I couldn't help but feel a bit giddy before departing. Sounds like you have a nice hobby there. Oops, I accidentally wasted your time, didn't I? An inspection, was it? Oh, yes, that's right. If you'll excuse me then. Alright, your luggage and papers look good to go. And thank you for your cooperation. No, thank you for your dedication. Anyway, I'm looking forward to when we finally leave the station. Excuse me, I'm one of the assistant inspectors. I apologize for the inconvenience, but would you mind me checking your luggage and entry papers? An inspection. I suppose it's fine. What? No way. I have all my panties and my luggage, you know? Good point. Sorry, but you heard the lady. No, hold on. You can't just refuse. It doesn't work like that. It's regulation, so please work with me. I'll show the utmost consideration when inspecting your delicates. So he says. Yeah, you better, mister. This is harder than it looks. All your luggage and carry-ons look good and follow our regulations. Thank you for your cooperation. You're welcome. Now scram. That should be the last of the passengers. Didn't notice anything suspicious, so I should regroup with the others and report to Mr. Quattro. It was kind of nerve-wracking doing these inspections for the first time. I didn't overlook anyone, did I? Well, they could have shuffled things around and he was a little too giddy. Mom, can I go explore the rest of the train cars? No, you can't. Now sit still until the inspections end. Listen to your mother, son. You don't want to annoy the inspector. What? But that guy sitting over there came from the car in front of ours, so why can't I go too? The front train car? Could that be the one Mr. Quattro is inspecting? He might have just had some business with the conductor. No, wait a second. Maybe he changed cars after the inspections began. Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing the beautiful scenery during the ride. Can't we leave already? Excuse me, sir, do you have a minute? Oh, what's wrong? I thought the inspection already ended. It had, but there's something bothering me. With your permission, may I redo the inspection? Sure, I don't mind. Forget to check something? Here's my luggage and entry papers. Oh no, I won't be the one conducting the inspection. I'm planning on asking the official inspector, Mr. Quattro, to do it. Quattro? Why? Aren't you more than capable of doing a silly little inspection? So you do know him? No, you see... Quattro laid down some ground rules before we began the inspections. One that stood out to me was, you may not move to another car during inspections. Of course I know that. Are you implying I broke the rule? Yes, I am. Hate to break it to you, but I have a witness. That rowdy boy sitting right over there. Saw you entering from the car up front. What? That's preposterous. This has got to be some kind of mistake, right? I'm sure we could confirm the boy's statement if we asked the train conductor. The question still stands. Why would you transfer cars? If things went according to plan, you would have been inspected by Quattro. But in spite of the rules, you snuck away onto this train car. The only logical conclusion is that you didn't want Quattro to see you. Am I wrong? But please, I'm begging you, overlook this. I just wanted to have a fun little trip. Yeah, that's all it is. Look, you said my papers are good to go, didn't you? If that's the case, then it should be fine if Quattro double checks them, right? But what? No, please. I don't know all the details, but as long as I'm working as an assistant inspector, I can't ignore any suspicious behaviour. I'll need you to come with me. Fine. This man has falsified his immigration papers. Falsified? How so? So you mean to say he lied about his personal history? Correct. He's a former swindler from Calvard. This guy likes to bounce around. I've had a run-in with him before, when he tried to conceal his criminal record on this same application. This marks the second time I've caught him. Good grief, this man's a fool. A former swindler. If he's not swindling anymore, then what's he up to now? Now that his prison sentence in Calvard is up, it looks like he's trying to lead an honest life. The frauds he committed were relatively small in scale, so apparently he wasn't given too heavy of a sentence. It's unfortunate though. A criminal record will follow someone for the rest of their lives. That's probably why he felt the need to falsify his documents. If immigration papers show a criminal record, your ability to travel is heavily restricted. If only I hadn't gone and committed fraud. I'm sure he regrets his crimes, but he chose this life when he broke the law. Committing crimes will burden you for the rest of your life, and the world would be a better place if people understood that. So what's going to happen to this man? I've detained him in my office for the time being. I've given him a stern warning and then shipped him back off to Calvard. It's nothing out of the ordinary for me. Yeah, I guess there's no other choice. At any rate, we've successfully completed our inspection without incident. We're a bit behind schedule, but we should be able to see this train off safely now. I believe I owe the special support section a proper thank you, don't I? I'll be sure to give you a ring next time I need help. It was our pleasure. We learned a lot helping out with this request. Feel free to give us a call if you ever need our help again. I think I'll take you up on that offer. Well, it seems like we impressed him. Ew, that was a lot harder than I was anticipating. You can say that again. Although Tio is probably the most exhausted among us. Why do you say that? People thought she was some kind of mascot for the train station and kept smothering her. Mascot? Are you alright, Tio? Don't tell me you're so traumatized that you can no longer speak. No, not quite. I am simply experiencing some mental fatigue. I should recover in a bit. Can we leave, please? Yeah, sure. I hope you aren't straining yourself too hard, Tio. Looks like the inspection is done, so hopefully they'll be departing soon. After all, my friend's train can't arrive until this one departs. Anyway, break's just about over. Better get back to work, I guess. Huh, it's still not departing. I want to get this send-off over with so I can send myself off home already. Looks like the inspection of the train departing for Erebonia is complete. I think it's about time I head back to Belgard Gate. Well, today's the day. I hope you're ready to be swept off to the finest places Crossbell has to offer. Shall we start by visiting Michelle's famous Fortuna restaurant? My boyfriend's date plans can be a bit cliché at times. Oh, I'm sorry, could you give me just a moment, please? Attention all passengers, attention all passengers. Calvert-bound passenger trains depart from platforms 1 and Erebonia-bound ones leave from platform 2. Please refrain from standing near platform 3. That platform is reserved for freight transport and special express lines. Now then, when does the next train for the Republic leave? Some businessmen take trains to the Empire and Republic on a daily basis. Now that's dedication. I really tip my hat off to them just for how much their contributions have made Crossbell's economy flourish. Hey, aren't you the new guys from the CPD? Oh, yes we are. Hello there. Are you two coming back from a job? Sure are. We just got back from Erebonia. So what brings you four over here? Not much, just working our way through our pile of support requests. We were here helping Quattro with his inspections. That's so. They actually gave you guys a proper mission then. Good for you. Keep up the good work. Just make sure not to interfere with ours in the process. I see they still place us far below them in terms of legitimacy. Well then, it's our mission to prove to them we are the real deal. It's been almost 5 years since I started working here. At first I tried memorizing the faces of all the passengers I came across, but I gave up on that a long time ago. Powered by the ignorance of youth, I was convinced I could do anything. Freight trains run from here to either of the border gates where the Guardian Force is stationed. CGF supplies are transported directly to the gates, so these railways are crucial to their success. The railway is operated and maintained by the Zumerian Railroad Corporation. By the way, Quattro was dispatched here by the Empire for inspection purposes. He is not actually employed by the corporation. The ticket I thought I'd lost had just fallen between the seats. Phew, that was a close one. Now I can enter Crossbell without security getting on my case. Alrighty, that is one support request down. I think that's where we're going to call today's episode, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon so you know when the next episode's coming out. Feel free to leave a comment on the video, and if you want to see some X4 Foundations, head on over to my other channel, Captain Shanra, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye for now.